Well, hello YouTubers. This is my first, I don't want to say unboxing, but silver video. So I don't know, about 4 weeks ago, Salivate Metal had posted a video on YouTube about some silver army men that Provident Metals was making. So obviously, being a kid of the late 70s and 80s, I had to look into it. So the price was a little expensive. Still think they're the same. They're a little over $55 a piece for a 1 ounce, 1 ounces of silver. So for those that are really into spot value, this probably won't be for you. But for those that like the collectible amount that are not necessarily rounds or bars, this is really a cool item. So it took a while. It was back ordered, and finally they came in earlier this week. I was out of town, and it was nice to have a little goodie package waiting when I got back. So anyway, I opened it up, and I wanted to make a couple of comments about it. So for starters, Silver Slacker, Silverfish VT, Coal Silver, Salivate Metal, you guys are awesome. Thank you very much. You guys post videos. I love your unboxings. You guys give some good tips on collecting silver. I'm probably like many of you guys, I started collecting silver when I was a kid, going to coin shows more for numismatic value and not for the silver and gold value. And probably about 5 years ago, I'd actually dug into my collection. I hadn't started since, and it was right before the silver craze. And I'll be honest, I didn't really start stacking until probably about 2 years ago, when silver at the time was probably in the $32 an ounce, so I kind of bought it in on the high side, guys. But anyway, long story short, I wanted to kind of talk about the Army Men. So some of the good comments, obviously, guys, as you can see, the detail on these guys are phenomenal. They also come with these little black leather bags, and I'll get into that in a minute. But there are 5 men in the set, and I'm hoping, guys, that they launch some more, and I'll kind of show some pictures of the traditional Army men. But anyway, you know, you have the sergeant with binoculars over here and the handgun. You have the rifleman guys, which is pretty cool. I mean, they're really to scale. You got the bazooka dudes. You got your flamethrower guys, and you got your grenaders. So to get a kind of closer look, one of the comments I'll make, if you look at this grenader guy, looks like he got a shotgun to the gut. So that was the only piece that came in with maybe a little bit of mold issue when they had actually poured it. But other than that, these are phenomenal detail. And, you know, I did a little army builder here, guys. So here's your flamethrowers. And again, look at, I mean, the detail's phenomenal. And for the most part, every single piece stands except for the sergeant over here. If you try to stand him up, he's got some mold marks. He's actually doing okay now, but he's a little flimsy. And it's just, if you look on the base, you're looking at, there's some horrible mold. Also, one of the comments I wanted to say, guys, you have the 999 symbol on the bottom for the silver, but there's no mint mark. There's no ounce weight. So I was hoping that maybe on the next round of Army Men, if there is some, or maybe the next mold they do of these same particular characters, that they're able to put those onto the piece. It seems like there's enough room for it to be maybe hand stamped. But anyway, here's the rifleman dudes. And one of the comments I'm going to make too is the rifleman's, one of the 3 pieces, this one here actually came in very good shape. But these other 2, as you can see, the barrels are really kind of bent up. Well, they ship them to you in a plastic, 1 ounce bar plastic case, mint tube. Anyway, long story short, they're packaged very well in plastic wrap. And then there was some peanuts. The problem was in shipping, 2 of the pieces actually must have slammed into the case and bent the tips of the barrels up. So I actually had to bend them by hand, and I didn't do a good job because I'm just afraid. I don't want them to break. So, and then the other thing is the last guys are the bazooka. And I can do a little bit of bending on one, but one came in a little bent. But for the most part, guys, the detail is phenomenal. I mean, the scale is awesome to Army Men. But I'm just hoping that they make some changes. One of the things also on the bag is that if you put some of the pieces in there, they're a little taller, so that they don't all necessarily fit all the way in the bag. But I think that bag is just nostalgia. I'll actually leave them packed in there in the plastic wrap as I store them. I'd like to display them somewhere. I just don't have the ability to be able to do it. So, again, I'm just hoping that they put some mint mark on there. They put the ounce weight in there. Like I said, hopefully you guys don't get the shotgun in the gut guy like I did. Like I said, it was just probably I weighed it, so it didn't hurt the actual weight of the figure. So I'm assuming what happened is maybe it's just scrunched in the mold that they use. And, you know, again, if you get your rifleman in, it's a thin enough piece, you're able to bend it back. Nothing was broken. So I'm very, very happy with these that I purchased. I'm just hoping that Provident, maybe, you know, down the road, can make a little bit of changes. Maybe some of the guys' channels that have a little bit more influence on YouTube and maybe with some of these mints are able to share some of these comments, or as they get their pieces, they can do a further unboxing and talk about them as well. But anyway, one of the things I wanted to show you is that there's still some Army men they can do. So you got the Surrender dude up there to the upper right. You got Minesweep dude. You got, you know, We're Taking the Hill guy. You got the prone rifleman. You got the rifleman prone shooting. Then you got your M60 dude. So and then radio guy. Sorry, forgot about him. So there's still, of the traditional Army men, there's still some more that they can make. And that'd be pretty cool. And then, of course, as you guys remember when you were kids, it was cool when you got the plastic Army man tank. And then you got the Army Jeep and artillery piece. So I'm hoping that maybe down the road Provident will add some things to this set. I really enjoy it, guys. I think it's worth it for those that really like collectible silver. I'm glad that I got it. Again, Salivate Metal, thank you very much for posting that video. I wouldn't have known about it. It's actually kind of funny, guys. I did a coin show here in my area. They just had one today, this morning. And I went in there, and there's a guy that buys a lot of rounds and sells. Anyway, long story short, I was talking to him about the Army men. I think he was going to buy them. So anyway, hey guys, thank you for making all the videos. This is my first one, so bear with me if I'm rambling on. And anyway, I love YouTube, guys. Thanks for all the information that you give me. And I'm hoping that my little review maybe changes some of your guys' minds to want to bring them in. So, all right, guys. Bye.